Hello, and thank you for joining us. We are doing a series on the 7 financial blind spots, and I'm with Patrick Moriarty of Moriarty Financial Services. And Patrick, you've been in the financial services industry for over 35 years. You've got this retirement thing down to a science. So let's talk about taxes and retirement. How do taxes affect your retirement?
Yeah, no question about it. Taxes are definitely a major blind spot when it comes to retirement planning and financial planning. And I think that when you look at taxes, we have to first look at, well, where is this country? Where is America when it comes to, our financial situation as a country? Meaning, are we running surpluses? Are we running deficits? Are we balancing our budget? Are we running up debt? And the answer there is that we're not balancing budgets. We don't have a surplus. We're running deficits each and every year for practically the last 20 years. And it really doesn't matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat. We're spending more than we're bringing in, and we're bringing in record tax revenue, and we still have deficits. We have about $34 trillion and about $1 trillion deficit this year. So we have to start with that. And with all of that said, I like to ask the people I meet with, where do you think taxes will be in the future? Do you think they'll be higher or lower? And no one says they're going to be lower. So we have to be proactive. We have to take a look at where will taxes be not only 2 or 3 years from now, but where will they be in 5 years, 10 years? Where will they be in 30 years? Maybe when your children inherit your IRAs, what will the tax rates be? So, we have to anticipate that, and we have to be proactive, because if tax rates go up, and we do nothing about it today, we're stuck. We're stuck with the higher rates.
Yeah, talk about being proactive versus reactive.
Again, it's having a mindset. It's something that you have to have kind of in your soul, if you will, that you think they're going to go higher. And if you do nothing about it today, then you're stuck with those higher rates. And it's looking at some strategies that it's not an all or none, right? You're not betting everything that tax rates are going to go higher, but you're kind of hedging your bet. You're doing some small things today that can help you save money in taxes in the future. And it's all about that anticipation of where they're going to be down the road.
Now, Patrick, I know you love sports, and I know you love to do sports analogies. So what is your sports analogy for taxes?
I've got a great one. I'm a big sports fan, and I love hockey. And the greatest hockey player of all times is and was Wayne Gretzky. And after he retired, a sports reporter interviewed him and asked, Wayne, why were you so good? And his answer was very, very simple. And that was, I skate to where the puck is going, not to where the puck is. And that's, very similar with taxes. We have to anticipate where they will be. Right, think ahead. I do these workshops, and I tell this story all the time to people that are there. You can't look back 10 years from now and say, Patrick, I was in your workshop 10 years ago and you told me that tax rates are probably going higher, and I did nothing about it. So again, it's not betting the farm today and paying all your taxes today because you think they're going to be lower, but it's just hedging your bets and taking advantage of some of these rates because they are at the lowest levels ever in the history of basically the country. So taxes are low. Take advantage of them. Yeah,
time to get started today, right?
Exactly. You can't waste time.
Yeah, so how does someone get the ball rolling?
Well, they can sit down and meet with us. We can do an analysis of their tax situation and see if we can save some money, especially on these retirement accounts, these IRAs that build up that might be passed on to your children and grandchildren. How do we save taxes on those dollars that they'll have to pay sometime in the future?
Patrick, thank you for sharing your knowledge, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.